If your TOEFL test is in about 2 weeks, you do not have time to study everything. You also don't need to. In this video, I'll give you a simple 2-week plan that focuses only on the traps that actually kill scores on the new test, basic timing, and stable structures for speaking and writing. I'm Lee E. I've taught TOEFL for over 8 years. I'm a non-native speaker myself, and I took the new TOEFL a couple of days ago and have been testing it with paid ETS practice tests. I'm not going to promise just 1 hour a day and you're done. Everyone's schedule is different. Instead, I'll show you what to prioritize and how to spend whatever time you do have in a smart way. First, in 2 weeks, the goal is not to learn every rare word or to do every possible practice test. The goal is to stop the silent traps that cost points. According to my research, that is reading, complete the words, writing, build a sentence, and the new email task, speaking, listen and repeat, and the new interview questions. 2, get used to real timing for reading, listening, and speaking. 3, have one simple structure ready in your head for speaking, interview questions, and writing tasks, that is email and academic discussion at a basic level. If you can do that in the next 2 weeks, you can protect a lot of points, even without perfect English. By the way, if you don't have any materials or you want some more materials, there's a trap mini mock and timing guide you can download from the link in the description. It has focused practice for the main traps, plus simple timing pages and scoring calculation for each section. All right. First, sometime in the next 1 or 2 days, do one full practice test under real timing. Either a free official practice test in your ETS account or a paid ETS mock if you have it. No pausing, no redoing questions. After you finish, look only at these places. Reading, how many complete the words blanks did you miss? Listening, did you run out of time anywhere? Especially in longer passages like the academic lectures. Speaking, in listen and repeat, did you panic or feel like you lost the sentence halfway? In the interview questions, did you freeze after question or stop speaking too early? Writing, did you finish the email task and the academic discussion task within the time given to you, or did you run out of time or ideas? You don't need a detailed analysis. You just need to know where it hurts most. All right, now let's talk about daily practice. Let's pretend you have around 1 to 2 hours per day for TOEFL. If you have more, you can stretch these blocks. If you have less, you can shorten each block, but try to touch all of them over a few days. For most days in the next 2 weeks, I would divide your time into 3 parts. If you want more help on any of these pieces, I have a full new TOEFL 2026 playlist for reading, listening, speaking, and writing. I'll put the link in the description so you can jump to the traps or sections you need the most. Part A, the biggest traps. Use about 1/3 of your time to practice. Rotate between reading, complete the words. Do a few short sets. For every blank you were unsure about, check what part of speech is this? Is it a noun? Is it a verb? Is it an adjective, adverb, a function word, like preposition? Is the form correct? If it's a noun, is it singular, plural? Does it have correct noun endings like tion, ment, etc.? If it's a verb, is the tense correct? Does it fit the whole sentence, not just the space? For writing, build a sentence. Focus on recognizing the patterns instead of guessing by the feel. Sometimes the answer is a question, so you need a question order. WH word, if there's one, help verb, subject, rest of the verb phrase, object. Sometimes it's a statement with an embedded question after a host phrase like someone wanted to know, someone was curious about, and then a WH word, subject, verb clause. So when you practice, train your eyes to find the host phrase, the WH word, the subject, verb that go with it. Then build in that order instead of dragging tiles randomly. For the speaking section, the listen and repeat task, take a few sentences, listen once, repeat immediately after listening to the sentences at a natural speed. Try not to take notes. Try not to pause to memorize. I found out that sometimes if you do that, it actually messes up with your memory. If you miss a word, don't stop, keep going. You don't have to do all 3 traps every day, but over 3 to 4 days, try to touch each one at least once. Part B, timing. You should spend about another 1/3 of your time. Here, the goal is to feel the clock, not to get 100%. So, again, download my mini mock with timing guide. You can know how much time you can have in each reading module. Okay? You take a reading test and you take a note on how much time you spend on each question. Then afterwards, you can examine which question is taking you too long. And then for the listening timing, again, it's in my guide if you don't know. Okay, so practice making a decision within the time limit, okay, within that 20 to 30 seconds per question. Even if you're not 100% sure, choose one first. Speaking interview timing, practice answering questions for the full 45 seconds. Use a simple pattern, statement, reason, and example. So it's something like, I love traveling when I have free time. This is because whenever I travel, I will feel more relaxed. For example, last year, after a long, tiring month at work, I decided to take a short break and travel to Japan. When I was in Japan, I saw many beautiful sceneries. I met a lot of wonderful people. They shared their culture with me. They chatted with me. And I had some great food there. So after the whole trip, I felt very relaxed. All my stress was gone, and I was ready to work again, things like that. Okay. Even if you feel done at 25 seconds, just keep talking. Sometimes you are more logical in the eyes of the AI grading system than you think. You really don't need special timing tricks. You need to stop overthinking and start moving within the time. All right, so if you want help checking your pace, the timing pages in my track mini mock, it's a PDF linked in the description. This document can give you a rough idea of how fast you're working now. All right, finally, spend time on how you answer, not just what. Speaking interview. For every interview questions, again, use the statement, reason, example format. It's good enough for the AI scoring algorithm. One clear opinion, one reason, one short semi-real example. If you want to use a hypothetical answer, you can also do that. Just make sure that you speak nonstop for 45 seconds. Writing the email task. Make sure you cover all three prompts given to you. Most of them are in this format. Problem, what is wrong, effect, how it affects you or others, and then there's a specific request you want the reader of the email to do. It's more or less like this. And you can have 1 to 2 ideas per sentence. But one thing that you want to avoid is to avoid really long chains of which, because, and one sentence. Okay. AI scoring actually favors something like a compound sentence or a complex sentence. Maximum, one compound sentence plus one complex sentence. That's it. If you have too many chains of logic within a sentence, it's actually harder for AI to kind of sense the logic. Okay, writing, academic discussion. This is basic level for now. Even if you don't have a full template yet, aim for one clear position. You could support one of the students, and then 1 to 2 reasons, and one short example that shows your reason in action. Don't try to be perfect in 2 weeks. Focus on not freezing when you write. You don't have to make academic discussion perfect before test day. You just need enough structure so you can start writing and keep going. What to do in the last 3 to 4 days? In the last 3 to 4 days before your test, shift more into simulation. and less into learning new tricks. For those final days, I would do 1 to 2 full or half tests under real timing. For each section, focus on using what you've already practiced. Reading, stay calm on complete the words, use your part of speech, inform checks, no rushing. Listening, choose within the time frame and move on to the next question. Speaking, in listen and repeat, focus on immediate echo and rhythm. In the interview questions, use statement, reason, example, and keep speaking. Writing, for the email task, make sure you cover all 3 points, and in general, write 1 to 2 complex or compound sentences for each one of the bullet points. For the discussion, give a clear opinion, 1 to 2 reasons, and an example. No big new theories in the last few days, just practice doing the test the way you plan to do it on test day. So if your new TOEFL test is in about 2 weeks, your plan does not need to be complicated. You don't need to learn everything. You need to solve the biggest traps, get used to timing, and have one simple structure ready in your head for the speaking interview questions and the 2 writing tasks. Whether you have 1 hour a day or 3 hours a day, you can divide your time into 1/3 for some trap practice, the biggest bottlenecks, 1/3 for some timing work, and 1/3 for some structure practice. If you already know your exact test date and the part that scares you the most, you can write in the comments, for example, test February 14th, scared of listening and repeat, or test on February 14th, scared of listen and repeat, or test on February 21st, complete the words. I read those and I use them to decide what videos to make next. Good luck with your next 2 weeks. Keep your practice narrow and deep, not wide and shallow.